All right. Welcome back, people. I'm just going to get right to it. There's not much to cover. I'm just going to cover something somewhat strange. You can make your mind on it, and I'll start with this chart today. Uh, the drawing of the 30,000 was the target I've been talking about. The second wave is the one thing I don't know if it's going to be sometime in June or July where it bottoms out. And then that's your final accumulation phase because it also falls in line with this system that I have here, where let me switch it to monthly and it'll probably make more sense. Right. So here you can see tops and bottoms, and we have a significant entry point coming up, which I think is where we pull back into the second wave before we do the third wave, right? I think. Now, the problem here is these cycles are pretty large, and so the window seems to be sometime between May and November. We should expect a pullback into wave two. And that's why I see wave two pullback is likely going to be somewhere between May and November. And that's where you really don't want to fuck up and you go in hard because that's wave three rally. Like that's the one that I'm looking to capture. On my last video, I left off saying I don't necessarily have a problem missing this, and I don't necessarily have a problem missing the actual top. I care about capturing 80% of the move, which is I want to capture all of wave three, this one right here. Obviously, I don't want to capture four, but I want to work my way into wave five and start selling as I'm moving up. That's the basic idea. Now, how would I know when I'm in wave three and all that? Well, because right now, from what I can tell, this seems to be a wave one before we retrace to wave two and then we continue. So now on to the creepiness that I found on the chart. And I say creepiness because it did bother me a little bit. I thought it was just strange, spooky, whatever. You make up your mind once you see what I'm about to show you. So on this chart, we're on the daily, and it's the chart that I posted on social media as well. And I welcome comments on this specific one because this one is just flat out weird. What I found. Look at the dates. Just look at the dates, right? Just spend a minute, look at the dates. And I'm going to zoom in really quick just to emphasize why it's, I think, when it started breaking down, Sunday, April 18, just 2021. Started breaking down, but it bounced, but it already broke down. Monday, April 18, 2022. All right. Sunday, April 18, Monday, April 18. Rising wedge. Tuesday, April 18 is when it started to break down. Coincidence? What the fuck is going on here, people? I honestly don't know. Even I don't even have a way of explaining this because my cycles don't even pinpoint to this move. Like if I go here, the cycles all they pinpoint is that this was like a top using the big cycle, so we're expecting a retracement into this area. That's all they say. But let me just see. That was April 2022. Where's the yeah, like right here. The only thing you have here is the cycles bottoming, the big motherfucking cycles, and you have a gravestone doji. That is the only signal you got, and it's a rather strong signal. And you see the next candle confirmed it. So this was like the last warning, like get the fuck out or short, whatever, right? And it happened April 18. And look, my cycles were saying like you're gonna go down hard, kid. Anyways, it's just something that I found eerie, disturbing, conspiratorial. I don't even know how to put it in words. It's just Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, April 18, April 18, April 18. Before like they started breaking. So does that mean we're gonna see the same type of carnage where this one was? It's a gradual increase. Like this was 47%. This was a 60%, and I'm putting estimate of 50. I'm taking the average between them, but if we go by incremental, let's say a 10% increment. So I mean, let's just say average 50. Let's just say 50, 60, possibly 70. Now that's fucking scary, because if I do that, and I know people right now are like shaking their head like, this motherfucker has lost it. Like, you can't say you're going to drop to 70. 70 would put us at fucking 8,000. I'm not in that camp. You all know I'm not even in the 10,000 camp. Gareth Salloway might be in the camp of 10,000, but I'm certainly not. So it's just something to think about. I would rather we get a 50%, which could put us back at 14, 15,000, which it's right back where we started, right? But I mean, if it puts us there, then we got an even bigger problem, because then that would make a big ass head and shoulders pattern play out. Anyways, I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm only telling you guys and girls. I just find it very strange, kind of creepy, to be honest. It creeped me out a little bit when I saw that. Sunday, April 18, Monday, April 18, and then the current one, Tuesday, April 18. Now, the reason there's still a chance that this can be invalidated is if you go to the 2 day, you have that golden cross, and you have that dragonfly doji. Let me zoom in like this. Let me move that. You see that dragonfly doji right there? So if this candle in the next 16 hours and 54 minutes closes tomorrow, and it closes red or below the dragonfly, it will invalidate this dragonfly, and it means the price is going to continue going down. The reason I'm leaving this poll here is because you all know, if you saw my other video of how like you measure moves and you take estimate dates by taking this poll, copying it, pasting it here, this would say that really the 23rd is the day that this would be the, if there's any chance of this rallying, it probably would be until the 23rd. Otherwise it could be sideways or continuation to the downside. You all know my thought on that. I'm more of a bearish investor right now. I'm waiting for a strong pullback, and it seems like if history using this basic chart is going to repeat, then there's a good chance we're going to go low. And a lot of people don't either are ignoring this, or they don't want to talk about it. The only other reason I think that could happen is because when you look at this chart, these are big blow off tops, big ass blow off tops. See, big, big, extreme, extreme, extreme. And I covered this on my last video. And they all say a strong pull down is imminent. So I don't know how else to put it in words, people. Now, obviously I can be wrong, but when you have these many chart indicators saying the same, I'm in agreement with my own charts. I'm like, well, if the majority of the charts are saying downtrend, then I gotta lean on that same point. Except again, the only miracle that could keep this rally going is this golden cross, which we'll know in the next 24 to 48, but we'll know this dragonfly doji by tomorrow, within the next 16 hours and 52 minutes. We'll know if it's going to play out. And then the only thing left bullish for the bulls will be this golden cross. So really, it's currently midnight here in LA. So I'm already on the 20th. Um, but Asian markets are opening, and so, or I guess I should say, Asian people are waking up, if you will, and they could push this price up and thinking, oh, it's a buying opportunity. So we don't know how that's going to react or affect if they see this golden cross on the 2 day. But um, just something to consider, people. Let's see what else. On this one, we have an EMA short, and this is another potential EMA short inbound. As you all know, I only care about the 3 day. I look at all this to see where we're headed, but the 3 day is the granddaddy of them all. That's the one I want to see. So let me go back to that one. Where the fuck was it? Okay. If this crosses down a death cross on the MACD on the 3 day, that's a sustained downward trend. Look at this. This is where you have conflicting messages in the charts. Dragonfly Doji on the 2 day. You got a death cross on the MACD, but then you got a golden cross with the 50-day and the 200-day. So you got two strong positives, one strong negative, and then all of these are gradually pushing down now. The only one that can still hold up is the 3-day. So if the 3-day crosses down, look out below, is the way I'll just put it. Yeah, on this one, there's something I just want to showcase with this one. Let's see if I can zoom in. So look at this top that happened in November, right? Look at this. You see how it just peaked and then started bending down, and it crossed right there. And Monday, November 15, 2021, that was your signal to GTFO, like get the fuck out, right? Notice what just happened. This just, let me zoom in even further. This, like, is peaking and it's starting to turn down right there. Let me check time. That would signal next week, which starts on the 23rd, this could cross down. These crosses are the moment in time when you see a flush to the downside, or in this, in this case, a flush to the downside. So I want to say this indicator is saying we're days away, really like 4 days away from a strong flush down to the downside. And I know people are going to say, well, what the fuck? We can't go back to 15. We can't go back to 20. We can't go back to 25K. The way this is set up, it was it seems like it was set up to suck in a lot of retail people, like look, we're going to make it. It's going to happen, because like I said on my last video, there are so many bulls out there. There's hardly any bears out there. I think Gareth Salloway and maybe like two other technicians were bearish, while everyone else is uber bullish. So I'm not gonna bash anyone simply because I just go by the indicators, and you all know that Bitcoin basically gave me the middle finger twice when I was expecting it to pull down and it didn't. The difference is that now I got stronger indicators saying that yeah, it's gonna happen and it's imminent, like days away at this point. So I want to say 23rd, 24th, and the 25th of April are really dangerous days. Just based on that indicator that I just showed you, those seem to be the days that you need to be extra careful, because the indicator's on the verge of crossing down. And when it begins to cross down, fuck that shit. All right. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing. Well, hold on. Nope. Um, oh wait, yeah, there was something right there. Well, I already covered it, so sorry. I'm talking to myself, people. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. Nothing really new. I just wanted to point out the main thing I wanted to point out was that creepiness, eerie, or weird shit, or major coincidence. If I go to the daily of like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday the 18th, Monday the 18th, and oh, I moved the fucking line now that I remember. Let me zoom in just to show you all, like, oh, you moved it. No, let me show you right there. This really began to break down here on Tuesday, April 18th. And it's because of my lines here. I can adjust the lines and make it so, but really the point where it started really breaking down or out of this rising wedge was Tuesday, April 18th. So you tell me, coincidence that it's like the same day, give or take maybe one, but I'm gonna just say it's the same day every year. Uh, and then the retracement tended to be on this one 50%. This one is a 60%. So what does that mean? Is this one going to be 50, 60, 70%, or is this going to be an average of these two? You tell me, people. I honestly don't know. But all I do know is that I'm waiting for the Big Daddy Mac D 3-day death cross right here. I'm waiting for that. That's like, I'm waiting for that little bitch. But I'll admit the 2-day is the only hope left for the Bulls right now. It's the major, but it's a strong one, so I'm not gonna ignore it. The only reason why I'm saying this one is probably fucked is because, yeah, you got a 2-day Golden Cross, but don't forget you got a death cross on the weekly. So what if this is just a false breakout and then you retrace back, people? I'm gonna leave you with that, people, because I know that's, I'm just adding. And some of you might say, "God, this guy's nothing but FOMO." I know, but I'm not a trader, people, so I'm not stressing because I'm not trading. I'm only looking for the best entry points. My last entry point was right around this area, so I haven't bought this whole dip or this rally. I haven't bought. Now this right here is, I bought in multiple. I bought here, 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 and then the last one here. So it's not like I don't have crypto. I have plenty of crypto. My coworkers know. My coworkers know. It's more or less like, I didn't trust this rally, but I never saw this pattern of a flag and then crash, bear flag, crash. Pennant is the only thing that doesn't make sense. So the only thing after that is the rising wedge again. So we're playing out history again, people. I don't know if it's going to be identical, and I don't need to go and just kill time. I'm just going to close out with that, people. I welcome your comments on this one, and if somebody sees another pattern different than what I found, please put it on the chat. I honestly, this is the one time I never ask for comments. This is the one time I'm going to, because this doesn't make any sense. How it's like to the exact day kind of shit, right? Where it's breaking, like breaking down, if you will. All right, that's it. Good luck, everyone.